driving to Houston, we're just trying to beat around town.
We're just trying to drive it to the road. That's it. Throw a popcorn.
Of course, I mean, we're going to dress it up like a news band.
It's going to say action on. It's going to say action on. Damn, don't you love come back to Huntsville? Well, sing it and
Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas. Hello, I'm Billy Cobbin, the Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boating with Tomorrow's Pros Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning, Billy. How you doing?
I'm here.
Hey, I just realized my camera, I didn't have it tilted enough. So, see, if you look at that screen up there, it looks normal, doesn't it? You see that? Like
The
we
one
look,
on the right?
Don't we look centered?
Yeah.
But I think what it is that, but on here, we're not really centered, are we?
No.
Nope.
You're
So,
showing a lot of favoritism to that lamp.
Watch this
there.
live production quality here. I just got through telling our guest, Aimee Bobruk, that we're kind of stepping it up. We're more getting into Willis territory. Now we're back
You
down to
going the
Huntsville.
wrong way there, Hoss.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Oh, no. No, that's it. No, sir.
Oh, okay.
No, sir. Did I go the wrong way?
I don't know. Is the lamp in the show, or
man.
is
Yeah.
that our special guest?
Yeah, hold on one second.
You light up my life.
You are my friend, Billy. All right, what do you think now? Did we center it? There we go. Oh, that feels a lot better. Oh, that feels great.
That feels great.
Boy, that's just. When's the last time you had a piping hot bowl of Wolf Brand chili?
Sunday.
Well, partner, that's still been too long. We want to welcome you in. Thanks for hanging out with us as we get rolling. 2, 3.
This beautiful Huntsville Hornet Football Friday.
Yes, check this out. I even got a. I need to quit saying this because. I don't broadcast for Huntsville, and I haven't really been involved because I'm busy in New Waverly. But I still obviously follow the Hornets. I enjoy the Hornets. I support the Hornets. I need to quit asking you, so where are they at tonight? I need to get back into the we scenario. Have you noticed that? Where are they playing
I'm
tonight?
highly disappointed.
I need to start saying, where are we playing tonight?
We're playing at home.
And the first playoff game at home for Huntsville in the new stadium. Mm-hmm. They have not played a playoff game in that stadium yet. Is that valid?
What did we do last year?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think
if it was passed yesterday, it has been cleared out of memory, and
so.
We just living for today.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that may be the first game, and y'all are playing White House. Rumor is Patrick Mahomes will be in Huntsville later today to cheer on the White House Wildcats. That rumor just started on Good Morning Huntsville. Just kidding. He's probably not going to be there.
He might.
He could be.
He could be. I mean, I hope he comes to the Spirit store and buys a Hornet shirt, and yeah.
I was trying to think of like a saying for Patrick Mahomes and a White House. This is a Wildcats, right? That's their. Mm-hmm. I was trying to think like he's the cat that scratched, or I can't think of anything, Billy. Is there anything off the cusp that's just registering through your brain right now that would click?
He's just a lucky cat.
See, that's why I ask you these questions. I've had 9 lives, and he's hasn't even used one of them yet. So, hey, welcome in. We want to say thank you for being a part of it this morning as we get rocking and rolling. Episode 395. We have a jam-packed WWE-type show today.
So does that mean next week I'll be on show 400?
Oh. I wonder if that's... We're at 395, 96, 97, 98. Yes, sir. 400. I
finally got an even number.
Maybe what we'll do, I think what we'll do is we'll just skip Monday.
Yeah, that'd be about right.
That way.
Or you're going to come in with that technicality of when we first started, how one of the shows didn't get counted, or
yeah, we actually are probably on 400 already.
Shut up.
There was like 3 or 4 episodes that had duplicate numbers.
Is that back when we were still flying by the seat of our pants?
Yeah, we still are.
Still are.
Still are. Hey, welcome.
Why change a good thing? You know.
Yeah, it's exactly. If it's not broke, don't fix it. That has been our ongoing rule.
Or you can fix it and break it. You know, however you want to do that.
We do want to welcome in, though. As always, we are here on this fabulous Faithful Friday. Big shout out to Paul Oley, the gallery. Paul, we love you, man, for all of your custom framing, photography, and more. Paul Oley, I had a dream last night because I haven't picked up all my stuff over there at Paul's yet. And I had this weird dream. Paul, please don't do this now. I do need to get over there and get a few things out of there because I still have some of my things over there. But I had a dream that Paul told me that he had tripped over a shelf in there and that his insurance and rent had went up because of that, and he needed me to pay him for it. So, Paul, please do not deliberately go in there and trip on anything. I dreamed that last night. I wanted to make sure I cleared the air about that this morning.
It's Friday. He's going to be at Cloud 9 all day.
So, Paul, if you go back and hear this, do not trip over the shelf.
Yeah, don't be tripping.
But we do. We're always going to support Paul. We appreciate him. He helped get us started. Another person who was very instrumental in helping us get this show started is our good friend Elliot Herzlich of Elliot's Jewelers, online at elliotsjewelers.com for all of your jewelry needs. Go visit my good friend. Again, it's Elliot Herzlich, very involved in this community. Hopefully next week or the week after, we're going to head over to Care Center Huntsville and present a $1,100 check for the Diamonds of Hope fundraiser that we had. That was made possible from Elliot, so we sincerely appreciate him and all of his great support in helping out nonprofits here in our community. And, of course, here on this fabulous Faithful Friday, we would not be here without our friends from Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, none other than there's no other Billy Cawthon that I know of, the Billy Cawthon. Good to see you, partner.
Have you ever, Googled yourself and seen, the other people with your name?
There is a guy, and he is a game warden, and he makes leather knife pouches. He seems like a pretty rugged, grizzly type guy. And I said, man, if I was half the guy that was, I'd be doing all right.
Yeah.
So it's, I forget where it was at, but yeah, I did. I'd said certainly. Now, my real name, you know my real name.
Oh, yeah.
My real name is Robin. Go ahead, tweet, whatever you want to say. Robin Redbreast, go ahead and get it out of you. Here's the deal. There is a Robin Hip that is a veterinarian. And I thought about reaching out to her and be like, hey, my cat's sick. And I think she's in Seattle. Just call up there.
I'm going to stick this cat in a box and mail it to you.
No, I just want to do that. And then she'll be, what's your name? And I'll be Robin Hip. She's like, is there another one?
I used to be Facebook friends with another Billy Cawthon.
There really is another Billy Cawthon.
There's several, yeah. Most of them like in Carolina and stuff. So
yeah, but they're not.
They're not here local.
But they're not legit.
They're not.
honest.
Yeah, they're old dudes with retired, living the dream. Nothing like me.
Wouldn't it be neat if you Googled your name and there was another Billy Cawthon that worked at a funeral home and was also the field guy for their local football team?
Yeah, wouldn't it? Poor sucker. I mean, I'd mail him a gift box or something. I know your pain, brother.
I feel you.
There was a
maybe that's
Cawthon
it.
funeral home at one time. I don't know where it was. It was in Texas. I don't know where, but
Hey, Greg gave me some insight. Now, y'all don't do this. And a lot of funeral homes are owned by corporations. Major.
Yes.
We're talking national. They'll come in. Back in the day, it was kind of like the radio business. They came in and they bought up all the licenses, and now that's why iHeartMedia is on everything. And it's all – if you hear someone on the radio, usually if it's like local radio like here in the mornings, yes, it's legitimate. It's actual people in the studio. But after 10 a.m., there's nobody else on the radio. It's all automated, what they call voice tracking. Mm-hmm. People on the radio, but you're giving away our secrets. Well, too bad. The cat's out. It's called voice tracking. And I found out about this because I'd called a local radio station close to where I used to live, and I said, why don't they ask people to call in for the music anymore? So I called. Nobody ever answered. But I was like, well, he's there. He keeps saying, hey, it's 4:30 in the afternoon, and here's your latest weather update. I finally get a hold of him the next morning. I said, man, I've been trying to call you. He goes, oh, we leave at 10 a.m. He goes, we voice track the afternoon.
I've done that here. Like they're speaking on the radio, and I like wait for them to get off, and I dial the number, and they never answer. So you call the business office, and I tell you what it was about. It was about like just absolutely piss poor sound quality. Like the lady was echoing. So I called
He's the complainer of the radio.
Well, it sounded really bad, and I didn't know if they were aware. And I called, and he's like, "Oh no, man, she's not even here. She's up north somewhere." And from your local news, yeah, local, my butt, from Seattle.
I could, for some reason, I can picture you calling, complaining. That's the funny thing.
I thought I was helping.
Yeah, I can picture.
But like Carlos, he's local. We know Carlos.
Good kid.
Yeah, Glenn and who's the guy that moved? Wasn't that was
Brian? They're all good guys.
Yeah,
Brian.
Yeah,
they're all good guys. But
no, like we know them and we know they're local. But then some of the people that you hear that you never see, you might want to investigate.
Yeah. Well, I had a guy from North Dakota that used to voice track on Spirit Radio, and you knew he was from North Dakota. He'd come on. This is Chris from North Dakota. Literally. Today's weather in Huntsville is, you betcha. It's going to be it's going to be a very hot 71 degrees. Oh, you betcha.
That's a heat wave for them, isn't it?
Boy, we got a heat wave moving up here, don't you know?
Would you like to stick them on a bus and bring them down here and just let them experience a nice summer day in Huntsville?
Well, North Dakota State does get to experience that usually once a year when they go to Frisco for the national championship, and they are number one. Look,
do they call it the Swamp Butt Bowl or
SWBB? Sounds like a conference you play in.
Well,
well, I'm in the SWBB. No, think about this. They come down. I mean, literally, it's like once a year. Now, that's why ultimately I never disclose this. The reason that we actually left. It wasn't anything to do with family. I've been lying about that. It was because they kicked me out because they said this Southern boy has ruined our championship streak. It's really what it was. They had been there 9 times. Been there 9 times. The 10th time they won all 9. And then of course I show up. We call the 10th one and they lose it. Mm. And so right then afterwards, the coach on the interview, he's like, Rob, you got to get out of here. He pointed at the exit sign at Frisco at the stadium, and that was it. I'm just kidding. That's not really what happened.
Isn't there something else real big in Frisco, like a
soccer team, Cowboys? That's where
no, it's like a business or something. I don't know.
It'd be cool if they made Crisco in Frisco.
I was thinking it was Fritos.
Might be.
Fritos in Frisco.
Are you Hey, real quick, since you've opened up this train, we're going to have Aimee Bobruk in a minute. We also have Dr. Richard Henriksen joining us today, so we've got a great show lined up. Real quick. Fritos, first question, are you, in our audience, are you Fritos people? Are you a Fritos guy?
Absolutely.
A big Frito, the scoop, what's your preference?
Depends on what we're eating.
Good answer. Chili cheese or just regular?
I like chili cheese. I like the twist.
The twist got too much flavor. It's not the same.
Never get too much flavor.
Do you dip it in the? You got to go with the bean dip.
You got to go with the hot bean dip, and you got to use a scoop.
Okay.
But if you're doing Frito pie, you got to have the small ones.
Frito pie, you got to have the small ones. I agree with that. You have to have sour cream, onions, guacamole, cheese, beans. You got to have all that in there. You have to.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. But then sometimes just some old school chili, it may be some onion.
I could see you throw like a cucumber in there randomly.
Which I do like cucumbers, but
You're not putting in a Frito pie.
no.
I think that okay. Let me go back. The reason that we left North Dakota was not because of family. It was not because they wanted me gone. It was because the local radio station there, Bridget, had cooked Frito pie for everybody one day, and one of the people that was the upper management up there kind of looked at her weird. And then she's like, "What is this?" And that's why we left. She just didn't understand it.
Okay.
That was it. That was the final straw. I said, if you bring this in today and she's not happy about this Frito pie, we're out of here. We're done. And if sure enough, they didn't like it. I packed up my bags and left that day, Billy.
Rented a U-Haul and came on back.
I wish it was that simple.
I'll never forget. I called Rob just to check on him, just to, hey, man, how's things going up there? We really miss you. And he's like, dude, we're in the truck. We're moving back.
Dude, that hit you by surprise.
Yeah. Wishful. I thought that into, yeah.
Well, I was scared. The second week I was up there, I get a call from none other than your boss, Greg Smith. He goes, hey, you want to go have lunch today? I said, Greg, I left 2 weeks ago, man. He goes, I know. I'll be there in 3 hours. And so he flew in to that. By the way, one of the greatest things up there, is that airport. 3 gates. And let's check this out. They have a TSA pre-check, like that fast pass. No one's ever there. Nobody is ever there, and people that live there get that pass. And I'm sitting there thinking, you don't even need it. That airport, you can literally park. I mean, within a 1 minute walking to the front door. They got 3 gates, and as soon as you walk in, it's no more than 10 minutes getting through security, and you're in your gate. So if your flight takes off at, they start boarding, say, 6:50 in the morning, you could literally get there at 6:30 and be perfectly fine.
You don't have to pull that 3 hours before stunt like that in Houston. Yeah.
No. So, all right. Well, hey, do us a favor, friends. Let us know you're out there. We got a great show lined up today. Aimee Bobruk is charging us by the minute, and so we have got to get her on here. We're going to step aside. We're going to take a break. But I do want to tell you, we are continuing the keyword. This has been the most active keyword that we have had in a very, very long time, and it's thanks to our friend Cherie Brabbits over at Lone Star Lights at Carolina Creek. We have been giving away Lone Star Lights tickets. We've got 2 more of them today, and in honor of all of our military veterans from Veterans Day, the keyword this week has been service. We thank all of them for their service. You can text in service on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line for your chance to win today. That number, 936-339-0139. Again, it is 936-339-0139. Also, we have not had, and I didn't expect it, to be honest, just because of it's not close to Huntsville. I'm going to show this on the screen real quick. Let me get this set up here. Again, we're flying by the seat of our pants this morning.
Look at your radio screen.
We have been gifted great tickets. You ever heard of Rend Collective? They've been around for a while. They're very good Christian artists, over 500,000 followers on social media. Rend Collective is playing at the Met Church in Houston. We have been gifted 2 tickets to give away on this show. There's only been a handful of people that have texted in. And so you have a really, really good chance of getting these tickets. I think the reason that not a lot of folks are texting is, 1, it's in Houston, but 2, it's this Saturday night.
Yeah, Jacqueline and the girls and Jacqueline's friends are going
to that concert. Well, tell your wife to have her other friends text in.
We probably need to put a disclaimer on that.
What is that?
My wife's name is Jack A. Lynn.
What did I say?
And we call her Jack for short.
Oh, I said Jacqueline.
Yeah, you said Jack, which is fine because that's what we call her for short.
No, I said Jacqueline.
I could have swore you said Jack.
No, I did not.
Well,
Dr. Henriksen, let me get him. Let me invite him into this scuffle. He said yes. He heard Jacqueline.
You ever been hit with your own cane? Now, what did you hear?
Folks will get that
Aimee.
Folks will get that one here in just a few moments.
Come to my aid.
So text in the keyword REND, R-E-N-D. Billy's wife, Jacqueline, and family's going, but text in REND along with your name. That also at 936-339-0139.
I'm putting on a private concert at the funeral home on Saturday.
All right.
It's just going to be me walking around singing to myself.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to come, but
I wouldn't want them to.
all right, we'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. We'll have Aimee Bobruk on when we come back. This is your show on a faithful, fabulous Friday. And do us a huge favor if you don't mind. Please like and share this broadcast so we can continue promoting the good here in Huntsville. We will step aside. We'll be back in just a few moments. It is Good Morning Huntsville on a Friday, brought to you by our friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Stay with us, please.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville. Braylon, say, this is Spirit Radio.
This is Spirit Radio.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
Doodle-doo. Welcome back. I want to welcome you back in this morning. Well, Billy over here is still trying to get set up. This is absolutely ludicrous. You know, we're nearly 400. I'm going to intentionally skip that 400 episode now.
You know, I thought we had a production staff that saw to this because they know how I don't like things that are tangled or misaligned.
Well, there's something about to poke you in the head over there coming into the frame there, so you better watch it. Look at that. There you go. All right. Well, hey, we have.
You want to stay in that stool?
Yeah. Well, we've got a very special guest that has literally came all the way in from Denmark just to be with us today. She called and said, Rob, what's it going to take to get here? And I said, well, or she goes, can you help me get here? I said, yeah. I said, what is it going to cost? She said, well, about, $1,800 for the flight. And then if you can pay us a $5,000 booking fee, I can be there tomorrow. Well, hey, here she is. Look, there she is, Aimee Bobruk joining us. Welcome in.
I did not charge you.
It makes her an international star, right?
Yeah. This is a good setup. Look at this, Aimee. I mean, this looks legit this morning.
I'm glad
in the new studio.
Legit. That's great. It is a new studio. I was happy. I took a picture outside on the corner and got the sign of the First Baptist Church with the Walls unit in the background.
Isn't that great?
And posted. I was like, am I going to church this morning or am I going to prison?
Well, I always say the one thing that keeps us there is they just don't know.
I make that decision on Saturday nights.
Because I don't know. I was about to sing a song, something about walk the line, Johnny Cash. You walk the line, you go to the walls, but that's not good. No. Well, Aimee, tell us how you've been. It's so good to see you. Thanks for being here this morning.
I am. I'm glad to be here. Last time I was here was in May when I did my release show for Malabantia, a pre-release show actually, and gave that album out to people at the concert, and now I'm back to do a special songwriting workshop at the Wynn Home, the Arts and Culture Center there. It's my first time to do a songwriting workshop in Huntsville, in my hometown, and I'm really excited. It's for ages 12 and up tomorrow, November 16th. It is absolutely free, but you do have to register.
Okay.
Or you can show up. I'll take you if you just show up. And I'm going to go through some basic song form and lyric exercises and put people to work, and then we're going to talk about what they do and hopefully help people express themselves through music. And then tomorrow evening, I'm going to celebrate with a performance at Sam's Table. Awesome food, lovely listening room. So I'll be playing at Sam's Table tomorrow at 6 o'clock. So I'm excited.
I do have to ask, will you have Diego make the introduction? Because I love that guy's voice, by the way.
I don't know how busy he'll be. I could ask him to, but I imagine he's probably really busy running around on a Saturday night.
He's one of those guys, Billy, that we have to AI his voice.
Yeah, we need to get that.
Real quick.
I AI'd my voice once.
Did you? Were you like, whoa, or was it like, ah?
It was pretty freaky.
It's crazy.
I was contemplating whether to do it for my podcast for my teen music club called Toonagers.com.
Oh, cool.
And I thought maybe this will expedite things if I write the script, AI the voice that goes under the video, because I release videos every week for the teens. And it was freaky. It tonally was right on, but it was just, and you could adjust like joyful or slower or fun. You could adjust all these things, but there were certain things that it didn't get right with pacing. And for instance, I keep a running list of funny things, which I won't share here, that my husband says. And I read that list of random words, and it glitched in the middle. So it was like, me, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's freaky. It was like me as a computer.
Sure, that would have sounded funny.
The Matrix broke it.
Weird.
The Matrix broke it. One last thing, and I do want to. I want to bring Billy into this conversation. Well, there we go, Billy. Apparently, there was some prom thing that happened, Billy, in high school. Remember this or something? Y'all crossed paths, or she didn't take you to remember this? This was the joke last time.
Yeah, I think she stood me up for prom.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
No, I think it was my mom.
Yeah.
You didn't bring me my mom.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
We just wanted to bring that back to the show this morning.
And I wanted a big mom, like 5.
Like the one where you got to have the tripod stand.
You got to hold it.
It's got
all night
wheels
long.
on it.
Got to put a back brace on.
All right. Well, Aimee, let us know. Why don't we do this? If you can do maybe however you want to do it, but 1 or 2 songs, and then I want to ask you a little bit more about your travels in Denmark, and then we'll close it out with one. So we'll let you take it from here. All right.
Cool. Sweet. Yeah, this is a brand new song. I just spent 3 weeks as the artist in residence up at Shenandoah National Park, and I wrote songs inspired by nature and did a lot of hiking, and this is one. It's called Southbound Wind, and it's about walking through the park.
Gossamer glows in the morning mist, and the heart grows quiet like a slow drawn fist. You have this day and you have this life, so forget your worries, forget your strife. See how the water flows from the ridge where the chestnuts grow, over stones in the dark hollow, to the trees with the trout below, downstream into a river wide, 100 miles to the ocean side. White clouds above a sea of blue, resurrecting little molecules to sand again as drops of morning dew. The leaves turn gold in the autumn light, but the scars you carry never fade out of sight. You remember when, you remember how. Ain't it funny how it all adds up to now? See how the sun shines down, throwing shadows all around, on a squirrel under a red oak tree, hiding acorns in the fallen leaves, across the face of a white-tailed deer, standing frozen full of fear. Black eyes would like to strip you bare, so you pause and meet 'em fair and square. Just head on there in one long steady stare. Take these words with a grain of salt. It ain't worth fighting and it ain't your fault. Walk today up on old Red Mountain, and you might find peace in a southbound wind. Yeah, you might find peace in a southbound wind.
All right, Aimee, that was great. Thank you for sharing that with us this morning. Yeah.
Southbound wind.
Well, I tricked you. I said we were going to play 2 and then talk, but I think it's a good time to. You got me choked up this morning, by the way. Let us know the journeys that you've been on. I mean, you're in Denmark now. Let us know a little bit about just how things have been going and some of the inspiration behind some of these songs. I know that you're probably picking up a lot of inspiration being there in Denmark.
Yeah, I mean it's a beautiful country. I did marry a Dane. That's what took me there, and we met through music.
Wish my wife would tell me that, Billy, that she married a Dane.
And
I'm just kidding.
And we actually play together in another duo collaboration called 10,000 Bees, and we start a tour next week for 3 weeks all around Texas. So
Wow.
I'm excited about that. But yeah, I mean, I spent a lovely summer there. It was great weather. My dad came to visit. I love living by the ocean. The Baltic Sea there is shallow and not as cold as you think it would be. Beautiful forest to walk through, and the people are very lovely. But then a lot of motion. So I ended up getting this residency there in Virginia at Shenandoah. So I flew back for that in October, and I lived in a park ranger cabin there
cool.
for 3 weeks, and did a lot of hiking. Got to see the leaves change color, and then played these new songs, and I'm still warming them up now. So testing out a few things.
We appreciate you bringing some cool weather with you today too. So thank you.
Yeah,
Just
it was
flew
a
in
little
last
cooler
night.
this morning.
Well, what else do you have for us, Aimee? So great. Again, Aimee Bobruk's here.
Yeah.
She's a Huntsville native in town for the weekend. Tell us what else you got going.
I got this new song called "Have You Lived a Good Life." I have actually not really. I've performed it once there in Shenandoah, and I'm going to perform it now.
Awesome. This is why we had to pay $5,000 to get her here, Billy.
5,000.
International
You're like,
superstar.
She's a, where's my check?
Yeah, I'll be waiting for that check. I'll give you my account number.
Mama told us the news last night, and I saw my daddy cry. I know better than to question the higher ways, but I can't stop asking why. The days are long and the hours run slow, and they're numbered like the sands. We sat all night round the kitchen table, just a holding each other's hands. We were a holding each other's hands. Then she bowed her head to pray, and that's when I heard Mama say, I lived a good life. I did my very best to fight the good fight, followed my heart, and it cost a few things, you bet. I lived with no regret. I lived believing that you're better off giving more than receiving, and love can conquer any unrest. I lived my very best. If I could do it all again, I wouldn't change a thing, my friend. I lived a good life. This morning I hiked to Blind Man's Bluff just so I could see the sun. And the light came up on everything in my life left undone. I took a long hard look at myself and my feelings deep inside. I made a promise I swore I'd always keep till the time I say goodbye. Till the time I say goodbye. And I repeat it every day, so like my mama I can say I lived a good life. I did my best to fight the good fight, followed my heart, and it cost a few things, you bet. I lived with no regret. I lived believing that you're better off giving more than receiving, and love can conquer any unrest. I lived my very best. If I could do it all again, I wouldn't change a thing, amen. I lived a good life. Have you lived a good life? Done your very best to fight the good fight, followed your heart, and it cost a few things, I bet. Have you lived with no regret? Have you lived believing then you're better off giving more than receiving, and love can conquer any unrest? Have you lived your very best? If you could do it all again, would you change a thing, my friend? Have you lived a good life? Have you lived a good life? Have you lived a good life?
Boy, that's just beautiful, Amy. I know Billy and I joke a lot on this show, and we cut up, but I'm sitting here. That song literally was tearing me up.
There's a backstory there.
Yeah. Are you okay to share maybe kind of some inspiration behind that song?
Yeah,
that's
that
just
is-
beautiful. I'm not joking. I mean, I got a little warm in the heart on that one.
That's a little more of a. It's inspired by the residency there from Shenandoah, and driving through Appalachia, there's some really awesome old radio stations. Well, they're not old radio stations. They're radio stations that play old gospel music. So I listen to a lot of this really old-timey gospel music, and a lot more country music than I would normally listen to. I mean, I grew up here in Huntsville, so I grew up with country music. But honestly, I kind of spent my whole musical career trying to get away from my roots. So this was a good song for me to exercise going back to my roots.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of evenings here in the First Baptist Church singing, then the Messiah, a lot of church events around Huntsville here, so a Christian background, as well as the motifs of country music. So for me, that's song that wouldn't align with most of what I have released online, which is singer-songwriter, indie, folk rock music. So it's a little more country for me. It's a different one in my set. So
boy, it's beautiful. You know, it's cool how you said the roots though, because we were talking about this on the show yesterday, and I said I'm from Central Texas, and the trees don't grow very tall there because after 3 or 4 inches you hit solid rock. And I said, we have good dirt here in East Texas that allows the roots to grow and the trees to grow to heights that you never imagined. Look at your life. It's so cool to see your places that probably when you were younger you never imagined you would be.
Oh, no.
And it comes back to the deep soil, here in good old Huntsville, Texas.
Yeah, it is. I love adventures. I think that is, for me, where I have lovely roots, but I have ventured far from home because I love adventures.
Yeah, that's all right.
I love good road trips. I love traveling and playing music. I love traveling the world when I can. I'm excited. My mother and I are going to southern France for Christmas, just because. And
Billy and I are looking at each other like, when do we get to go?
Southern rural France. I won't know the language.
Going to West Walker County.
Yeah. I'm going to Willis.
Well, I think it's a lifestyle. I mean,
No,
that comes at a
sister.
cost. It does come at a cost too. But especially, I mean, when I write songs, I think it's a way that I process and see the world. And I find myself either writing. I'll talk about it at the workshop tomorrow at the Wind Center. That starts at 10 a.m. By the way, it's open to everybody ages 12 and up. If you have any interest in writing a song or lyrics, bring your instrument, of course, if you can travel with it, and we'll have a lot of fun. But I usually write songs about what I'm seeing. A phrase will pop out, or a circumstance. It's like I have to focus my attention on one spot. So, for instance, Shenandoah was on the trees and hiking and nature and the music that I was hearing. Those were the palettes of colors that I get to write with. And then I often find myself either like rewriting instances in my life, how I wish they went, or actions that I wish I would have done. So you can have like a fun revenge song. You never got revenge. You wished you could have. But you can do it in a song, or you can have a different outcome, or something that you dream or wish.
I'll have one of those in about 30 years about my broadcasting career.
I'm living that right now.
All right, Aimee. Well, I know you got one. This is such a treat today. We're so thankful and blessed to have you here today. One more song, and then if you want to hear more, come out to
Sam's Table tomorrow night, 6:00. I'll be playing a solo show with these songs that I'm playing today, inspired by Shenandoah, and also my most recent work from my album that is coming out as singles called Malabancha, and some other favorites as well. So I'm looking forward to that.
And real quick, where can folks go? Your website online?
Yeah, just my name, AimeeBobruk.com, and on the socials and all
That's
that.
AIMEEBOB
RUK.com.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
This next one is called Swimming in the Trees, and again, inspired by the stay at Shenandoah. I didn't have any internet in my cabin, which I didn't realize how dependent I was on. And of course, I just read. There was some books there. And there was a book on trees. A biologist, botanist, wrote this sort of contemplative work on different trees and her experience teaching her students. And it was pretty inspiring. And there was a phrase in there about, something about feeling like you were swimming in the trees. And I thought, that's a really nice image. And this melody came. And then I started thinking about Roger Miller and Loudon Wainwright III. He's got a great song about swimming, like literally swimming, doing the backstroke and breaststroke. And it's a fun summer song. And Roger Miller and Loudon Wainwright III inspired this one called Swimming in the Trees. Sort of a kid's song. Still new. Here we go.
Have you ever smelled an evergreen and felt its sticky sap? Or leaned back on a cedar? You know what? I'm going to start that one again. I always do this. I open this file and it goes to the halfway point of the song. I'm just going to start that one again.
We would have never known.
Well, I hate singing the verses are written in order, so I can't sing them out of order or else it kind of takes away the peak of the... Here we go. Again, swimming in the trees. Have you ever seen the maple leaves turn from green to red, or sat upon a forest stump from an old oak fallen dead? Have you crawled into a sycamore and felt a secret home, or stared up at a canopy of pine needles and cones? If the answer's yes, then you'll agree, so come along with me. I'm swimming in things like bark, like leaves, swimming in the dirt and the bugs, swimming in branches, I'm taking my chances, swimming with the bats and doves. Oh, the more I walk, the less I talk, my thinking starts to slow. Let me go, I beg you please, swimming in the trees. Have you ever smelled an evergreen and felt its sticky sap, or leaned back on a cedar trunk to rest and take a nap? Have you climbed up high to sit and perch on the branches of a beech, and looked out far and felt inside that your dreams aren't out of reach? If the answer's no, it's not too late, and I promise it feels great. I'm swimming in things like bark, like leaves, swimming in the dirt and the bugs, swimming in the branches, I'm taking my chances, swimming with the bats and doves. Oh, the more I walk, the less I talk, my thinking starts to slow. Let me go, I beg you please, swimming in the trees. I'm swimming in things like bark, like leaves, swimming in the dirt and the bugs, swimming in the branches, I'm taking my chances, swimming with the bats and doves. Oh, if I could play most every day, I'd be the happiest kid I know. Oh, let me go, I beg you please, swimming in the trees. Oh, just a little scratched and skinned up knees, swimming in the trees. Muddy elbows and a hole in my jeans, swimming in the trees. Yeah, mosquito bites and a sweaty tea, swimming in the trees. Forest bathing like the Japanese, swimming in the trees.
All right. Wow, I love that, Aimee. Great job. That's a very
Get that one memorized.
That is such fun. I love that. I'm sitting here thinking, because when you said it, it had like a children's kind of sound to it, and I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, but it's for anybody, and I'm thinking my children would love that song.
Yeah, it is for anybody. Sort of like The Little Prince. You can read it and read into it. But I just started taking hikes there in Shenandoah and wondering, what are all the things you do in trees, And I haven't climbed a tree in 20 years. But as a kid, all of a sudden I was back. Oh, you build forts and you pile up the leaves and you crawl inside and sit up in the branches, and it was just a nice place to sit. You gotta, it takes hours and hours and hours to write a song. So to some degree, you got to decide what sort of space you want to sit in. That was a fun one to write because it was a fun space to think about.
Well, Aimee, so much fun. We're so thankful to have you here today. Again, the workshop tomorrow, 10 a.m. down at the Wynn Home, and then tomorrow night at 6 p.m. at Sam's Table. We want everybody to come out. And, of course, you can find out more information online, AimeeBobruk.com. That's AIMEEBOBRUK.com.
Thanks again for having me,
You bet.
man.
I'm so glad that you found us. You know, you
Always,
reached
man.
out to me. So
I am. I'll be reaching out every time I'm coming through Huntsville and playing some music. Yeah.
You and Jack Nelson are the only two musicians we've had on this show, and we want to have more. So
Well, watch out, because musicians know a lot of musicians, and once the word gets out, you'll be swamped.
Yeah, tell them to come on. We'd love it. So, well, once again, Aimee, we appreciate her being here today. And again, go see her in the morning at the Win Home, and then tomorrow night at Sam's Table at 6 p.m. I'm thinking we got to find a babysitter, Bridget, so we can come tomorrow night.
Thanks so much.
You bet. All right. Well, once again, we'll take a break here in just a few moments. We will have our good friend, Dr. Richard Henriksen, with us here in just a few moments. Do want to remind you that keyword is service. We are giving away 2 tickets to Carolina Creek, to Lone Star Lights at Carolina Creek. Text in the keyword service along with your name on the Zero Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. As always, this show brought to you by our friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We couldn't have great guests like Aimee, like Dr. Henriksen without their support. So again, in your times of need, call our friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. It's our family serving yours since 2002. We'll take a brief break. We'll be back in a moment as we continue on this journey today. Thanks for writing this chapter of Huntsville's story this morning on Good Morning Huntsville. Stay with us, please.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
This harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Tomorrow's Promise Montessori schools believe in creating spaces where children can learn, grow, and use their imaginations. At any Tomorrow's Promise location, children enjoy the largest playgrounds in town. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori is a fun school where every child learns at their own pace, and mastery of a concept is expected before moving on to the next concept. At Tomorrow's Promise, every child is respected, loved, and nurtured for the unique individual that they are.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tomorrowspromise.info for more information. Education you can trust.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
So, what's inside the mysterious little box?
Whoa, what box? Oh, that box over there.
You went to Elliott.
Wait, don't open it yet. Oh, and yes, I went to see Elliott's Jewelers just a couple of days ago.
Inside the box, is it golden?
Well, I was a little concerned about the price of gold because it's high, but Elliott really helped me find something beautiful and monetarily agreeable.
Oh, well, Hey, can I open it now? Please?
Whoa, just a little longer. You have to at least wait until Christmas Day.
Oh, well, I can do that.
Elliott's Jewelers. Fine jewelry and engravable gifts. Schedule your appointment at elliotsjewelers.com. That's ELLIOTTS Jewelers.com.
Make sure there's something extra special inside the mysterious little box you give this season.
This is Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, and you're listening to Spirit Radio.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
All right, Huntsville back as we continue on today. Thanks for being with us. Just absolutely loved having Aimee on. She is always welcome on this show and just goes to showcase the great talent here in Huntsville. And there's someone who, you know, moved on but still has her roots here, comes back, and really blesses this community. Really good, Billy. I enjoyed that. That second song really did tear me up, man.
You know, we went to school together, so what people don't see is behind the scenes, we're picking and poking at one another, you know. And, yeah, so good times.
Well, we are privileged to also welcome in. I told you we have a jam-packed show today, and another friend of this program who is always – anytime this guy wants to come on, he don't even have to RSVP. He could just walk in here, take a seat, and we'll have him on the next segment.
Yeah.
But he is a friend of this program and absolutely always welcome here. Please join us in welcoming in our good friend, Dr. Richard Henriksen. Doctor, good to see you today.
Good morning, Rob and Billy. How are you two?
We are – living the dream
as best we can.
I'm trying to figure out what the dream is, you know.
Sometimes it's more of a nightmare than a dream, but
I hear that.
Well, chaplain's good. I don't know, should I say doctor, chaplain, you know, Dr. Henriksen, but we're so thankful to have you, retired professor from Sam Houston. One of my favorite interviews that we had, you know, a couple of months ago was having you here on this program, and just love the work that you do, and you know, it's funny, I'll mention this because as a chaplain, you know, you're reaching and just loving on people and sharing the goodness of God with them. We had a sermon on Sunday that really changed the way that I think about things, Doctor, and it was this. Jason, we're so blessed here with Pastor Jason Bay, and Billy, they've got a great pastor over there at Christ the King Methodist. But Pastor Bay had said, he was saying, you know, it's okay to have your own dreams and desires. I believe God puts those in our hearts for a reason. But he said, but start thinking about the dreams and desires that God has for you.
Yeah.
And, man, that just kind of rocked my world. Yeah. And it made me really start thinking about why is it that I do what I do every day? And how can that align with what God has in store for me? And here you are today. So, man, it's just a dream come true, brother. How have you been? What's been going on?
Oh, just all kind of stuff. It's I got up this morning and I was thinking, you know, it's nice to have a slow weekend. The last weekend, of course, was Veterans Day weekend. And it started on Friday morning with going up to Palestine at 6:30 in the morning to say a very beautiful prayer to start their Veterans Day breakfast celebration program. I left there, and Congressman Sessions I had an award ceremony going on to honor some veterans for their community service, and I was there saying a prayer. Saturday morning, I'm in Madisonville for the Veterans Day Parade, saying more prayers. Monday comes, and my Post 95 here in Huntsville at the American Legion, we had a brunch, and we brought in veterans from a couple of the nursing homes here in town, saying another prayer, and then Tuesday night up in Palestine again for another meeting. I said, you know, it's the only thing I got to do this weekend is go see Rob and Billy. It's like a vacation.
Hey, I feel pretty good about that, but we just got told that
at
it's
least
like a
won't have to
vacation.
drive as far, right?
Yeah, man, I feel privileged. You said it's like a vacation.
It's
coming
even
in.
better because Rob prayed for us. So
Yes.
you're off the hook.
Yeah, but you can't ever pray.
No, you can't pray
enough.
too much.
You can't.
I started thinking. I'm attending Oral Roberts University online, Doctor, and one of the things, it's a very spirit-filled university, and they teach you a lot about the presence of the Lord and just, worshiping and praying. And one thing that's really stood out that I've heard but I've never really thought about a lot was we can worship and thank God through everything that we do all day long. And it's made me become more mindful about, is what I'm doing honoring God? And is it favorable to Him? And is it worshiping Him?
Yes.
And whenever you start talking about praying a lot, I think the Sunday school version of a prayer, and Billy, you can probably agree to this, is, dear Lord, and we do it before the show, but dear Lord, thank you for this opportunity today to reach someone lost, hurt, or broken. In Jesus' name, amen. Then we go on. But that prayer can continue throughout the entire day and even as you go to sleep.
Yeah.
So it's pretty neat how God can move. You have been so involved with our post here in Huntsville, the American Legion Post and Sam Houston Post 95. What are some of the events, some things that since we've last seen you, I know you just mentioned a lot that you've been doing, but what are some things going on specifically at the American Legion, or as I like to say, the Liege?
The Liege.
The Liege.
So the AF, the Liege.
Yeah. We stay active. We had our second annual Harvest Festival. That was really nice and very successful. We're getting more and more of the community involved in it.
We went to that and got on the haunted hayride, and it was awesome. My little girl, by the way, she laughed when they tried to scare us. So
there you go. And it's we're trying to do more and more things that are family oriented, that bring in the families, and their children, so that we can reach the younger veterans who are still raising families and bring them into the fold and get them involved. We've started work with trying to develop a American Legion baseball team here.
Ooh.
And that's a different kind of league than most leagues. Most of the time when a family wants their kids involved in baseball, they have to pay a lot of money. There's registration fees, uniform fees, all this. Well, the way the American Legion sets up teams, the Post sponsors the team 100%. So the families don't have to spend money. So that way, young people who want to play baseball, and our league is co-ed, so they're boys and girls, and we cover all the costs, uniforms, equipment, travel, everything for the kids. That way the kids can focus on playing baseball and having fun, and the family doesn't have to struggle with, how do I pay for that?
Yeah.
It just opens doors. To help with that and help us get started, we'll be having on the 24th, over at the Walker County Shelter, over there by the Hearts Veterans Museum, a poker tournament that is to raise money to help us pay for and get the team started. Starts at 12 o'clock. We have a lot of support. It's open to anybody that wants to come and play, and have some fun. We'll have some hot dogs available and cold drinks. And just a good time. It's a big thing that's coming up for us. So on the 28th, at the Post, we'll have our next karaoke membership drive. The theme for that one is going to be Disco 70s.
That fits right up Billy's alley.
It takes me back to my roots, because I graduated high school in 1970. It's... So I'm wondering if I can find some bell bottoms or something to wear for that, But it's
I'm
always
sure you got
a
a pair in
fun.
your closet, right?
Yeah. And bell bottoms have come back in again. The kids always think they come up with something new, but bell bottoms aren't.
Fashion's just it's on a revolving. Yeah.
So we've got that. And then on December 14th, from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, we're having free pictures with Santa.
Awesome.
So we invite everybody in the community to come on out to the post and see us and visit us and get your free pictures taken with Santa Claus, and just have some good time. So just a few of the things that we have going on and coming up.
I want to encourage folks, too. Again, Dr. Richard Henriksen is here with us today, retired professor at Sam Houston State University as a counselor, and also the chaplain now of Sam Houston Post 95. All of these events and everything listed on the website at samhoustonpost95.org. Again, Roxanne does such a great job keeping all this up to date.
She does.
samhoustonpost95.org. I want to go back to the baseball thing real quick.
Yeah.
That the American Legion baseball is huge up north. It is not, you don't hear of it, and it's an adult league up north. These different posts play each other. In fact, on my sports broadcast network, a guy used to broadcast Legion baseball on SHN, and I didn't know it was a thing. Do you happen to know why that's so prevalent up there versus here? Because up there it's freezing cold.
I think down here it's because the Little League baseball program has been such a dominant thing. There are currently only 4 American Legion youth baseball teams in the state. We are very fortunate. Kenneth Kano, who has been very active with American Legion baseball forever, has become the new state director of the baseball program. And he's a member of our post. And his goal is to establish more teams. And so we hope to see it grow. We hope to be an example of that. We're getting other posts involved in establishing our team so that then they'll have the guidance to build teams. We do so many things as American Legionnaires to help veterans family, our aged, and so forth. I think we just let that one slip by. But there's a real movement, and that's part of my role as chaplain. I encourage family involvement, and I want to see more youth programming. So I have been pushing that, not just in the post, but I'm also the district chaplain within the district. We have to do more things to get our youth involved. As we're in a small town here in Huntsville, and there's not always a lot of things for kids to do. So the more things that we can do to do that, we have one of the largest juniors programs in the state of Texas in the American Legion. In fact, last year, our juniors program at our post was honored by the state as the top juniors program in the state.
Wow.
And that's a tremendous honor to be recognized that way and to have our youth be recognized that way. In fact, one of our youth did an outstanding job in actually helping to save the life of another young person and was honored at the state level for her involvement in doing that kind of work. So it's, it's we drop things, but then we pick them back up and move forward, and it's, let's not focus on yesterday. Let's focus on where we're going and what we're doing.
Well, Dr. Henriksen, one thing that I've just really enjoyed, especially over this last 8-9 months getting to know you, is just the energy that you have. God has richly blessed you with a wonderful career and a servant's heart, which we should all have. When you walk in here, and Billy, when Doctor walks in here, I'm like, I got to step up my game a little bit. But that's good. I mean that truthfully, because you're doing such great work and loving on families and helping people. And that's really what the epitome of being a Christian is. And I just love that about you. You're just a great man. We're so blessed. And that's why we have this show, friends, because we want to highlight folks like Dr. Henriksen and the American Legion Post. We couldn't do it without Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home here on a Friday with us. The ages, I kind of want to stay in this realm of this team real quick, because there may be someone today watching saying, hey, I've got a youth that would love to play this. What are the ages? Is it broken up into different ages, or how's it going to work?
I'm not sure some of those details. I know our focus is high school age.
Okay.
Kids. So, it's when we start advertising, we're probably a year out.
Okay.
Because we've got to get all the monies put together, and then We don't have a field on our property yet. We're talking about
Y'all
that
got
as
enough
maybe
room for it out
something-
there.
Yes, we do.
The Chigger Hill Baseball Complex.
Yes. So we
like
had
it.
to get other parts of the community involved to help us kick it off. But it'll be focused, typically we're 9th grade and up in the American League Baseball League. And so we'll be looking at that. We'll, a team, will usually, consist of, 15 to 20 kids, somewhere in that, number, and we'll go from there,
Awesome.
and have some excitement.
Well, it's good. I'm glad we're talking about this now because there's a lot of time to build up to this and help get this thing started. And, yeah, I love that. There's so much – I mean, Billy, you've been out there. There's 10 acres of land out there that you guys got so much room to do things on.
Absolutely. And we're doing more and more things. It's Roxanne got us started with the Harvest Festival, and that's a growing thing. We have our Easter Festival that we do. Which will be a growing thing. We had great turnout for that this year, and looking forward to doing it next year. And just like I said, more and more of that focus on youth. On a personal side, I think last time I told you I was beginning training to actually become a licensed and ordained chaplain.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of segue into this because I know there's some chaplain opportunities for folks.
Well, I've kind of completed the formalized part of the training. I had my major meeting with my pastor yesterday because my pastor has to endorse me and write up a bunch of stuff and all of that.
And he monitors you for 7 days straight with 24/7, right, to make sure you're on the straight line, right? Okay.
That's it. It's and he's so excited because it's we call my ministry in the church the ministry of voice because people love when I speak and when I read the word, when I talk, about life and equate life experiences to biblical teachings. And it's becoming an ordained chaplain will allow me to move that beyond. I've had the opportunity to be in Billy's place, and some people say opportunity. When you're able to officiate a funeral to honor a deceased veteran and their family, that's an honor. That's a privilege that I have, and the trainings and things that I've been going through enhance that ability, and one of the things I'm looking forward to, because I get many veterans within the Legion who ask, can you marry us? Not yet, but that's coming. And it's my pastor and I were talking about that. He said, you're such a wonderful extension of the church and God's work because you get to do what you do in the community with people who aren't going to come into church.
Yeah.
But who want God in their life, who want to learn more about faith and spiritual well-being and those things. And you take it to them rather than them having to come to us. And that's been a joy of mine, and I'm looking forward to all this process should come to an end sometime in January. And so probably in early February, we'll have a reception at the post to celebrate my becoming an ordained chaplain.
Well, congratulations.
And just sharing that excitement, and who knew when I retired that I wouldn't retire?
Yeah.
But find a new calling. Something I think was, you mentioned something earlier, Rob, that my pastor and I talked a lot about yesterday. And that's, people finding, what's my purpose? What does God want me to do? And I think the way that I answer that for people is get out of his way. Let him talk to you. He'll show you what he wants you to do and where he wants you to go. It's like when we moved here to Huntsville in 2006, We were in Illinois, doing great, and doing great things.
Cheering on the Salukis.
Yeah.
Now you're cheering on the Bearcats.
Exactly. And Western Illinois University actually played the Bearcats back in those days. And, it's an opportunity came to come here. And when we got here and we moved here, people said, why Huntsville? Why did you move here? And the only thing I could say was God. We go where he leads us. He takes us to the places, that we need to be, and we have loved it here. It's when I decided to retire from the university, people said, so where are you moving to? I said, why would I move? This is home. We love the people here, the community, the things that are going on. Why would you go somewhere else?
You could have told them, well, if I don't keep on the up and up, maybe in a bedroom down the hall. That's the only place I may be moving.
That's it. Mama might build a house in the backyard, a dog house.
Yeah. Well, I think it's so great, again, the work that you're doing, Dr. Henriksen, and so it's such a privilege to always have you on. Want to encourage folks, again, more information about the Legion and all the great events that they're having at samhoustonpost95.org. I know anything else. I know you've covered a lot today, but what else is on your mind that maybe something you wanted to highlight or mention as well, Doctor?
I think the big thing, a big push I'm on now are for veterans to contact the VA and get your health care taken care of. I think so many veterans have listened to the news and reports about our medical system not being up to par. I'm an Agent Orange survivor, and I've had a lot of medical issues. In fact, I'm going through chemotherapy now because of a recent tumor. No cancer. It was benign, but we still needed chemotherapy. Without the VA being there to help me and support me through these things, I don't know how I'd make it. And there are so many veterans out there with medical issues that the Veterans Administration can help them with. And if they don't know how to get that help, all they have to do is go online and contact the Texas Veterans Commission, and they will help them. Or here in Walker County has a Veterans Service Officer whose whole job is to help them get the health benefits that they need to help them deal with the challenges, the physical challenges that we face as a result of our service to the country. Country promised us that, and we need to take advantage of those things. And that's a big push of mine right now is get the help you need, so that you can better enjoy life.
The VA did take, there was some, just like any bureaucracy, there was things that my dad had to kind of go through some loopholes to finally get what he needed, but they were there. And the fact that he stayed active and he found people to help him get those resources.
Yes.
And then when he passed in June, that was something my mother was very worried about because my dad was on full disability. And that was a huge financial support for the family, for her and him. But thankfully, by the grace of God, the VA is still providing some of those benefits to her, and so that'll keep her going, which is really good. And so, yeah, it's easy to sit back and say, especially someone, I can't put myself in someone's shoes who served because I've never served, but I can from a veteran son that the VA did always take care of my father. And you hear a lot of backlash, well, they don't do this and they don't do that, but you gotta find somebody, an advocate that'll help you, and that's what my dad did. My dad even got on the phone my dad could work magic. I just want to tell you one, and to this day I believe 100% it's true. Somehow my dad was able to get Ann Richards, back in the day, the governor, on the phone. And he lit into her about our power being out, and it was we had a very bad freeze that went on for 3 days, and my dad went through all these, and somehow I'm on the phone. I was like, "Who are you talking to?" He goes, "I just got off the phone," and I won't say some of the words he said, but he goes, "I just got off the phone with the governor," and I said, "Are you serious?" He goes, "Yes." And I believe to this day that he really was talking to Ann Richards because he knew how to get through the loopholes to get to people. So
that's it.
They're out there.
There are so many people out there willing to help. Our local veteran service officer. The Texas Veterans Commission does nothing but help veterans, and there's no cost. Their whole responsibility is to help veterans, not just with medical issues, but with a whole host of things, education, sometimes getting them to resources to pay bills. You know, we have the Hearts Veterans Museum, which does a lot of help in a wide variety of areas and so forth. And it's often for a veteran, just reach out to the local post, reach out to us, and we'll point you in the right directions and help you get the help that you need.
Well, Miss Phyllis Dillard wanted to say thank you, Dr. Henriksen. She said thank you, Dr. H, for helping veterans. She said her husband, Jim, is a veteran, and the VA has been great for him. And so, I'm glad to have some positive news to share about organizations that really are trying to help. And I know sometimes it can be a headache, but find people, find an advocate, find somebody. And I'm even going to throw this out there. You know, if you're having a hard time, connect with someone like Dr. Henriksen, who will help get you connected to folks. And if there's something he can't do, he'll tell you, hey, I'm not able to help, but here's somebody who may be able to. So
absolutely.
Well, Doctor, thank you for being on. And again, thank you for your patience being with us today. Aimee was here, and she came in from Denmark, and so we wanted to feature her as well. And you were on the schedule already, and so thank you for just being able to hang out and enjoy some good music. She was beautiful, by the way, wasn't it?
She was wonderful. I got caught up in that second song just like you did. It was like, wow, this is magic going on here.
Yeah. Well, Doc, we appreciate you and all the great work that you do. Again, more information about the American Legion, you can find them online at samhoustonpost95.org. And I'm in it. Anytime you want to come on, you just say, hey, I'm coming. And you know what? Billy and I always got a seat right there. In fact, we're going to get your name. See, my dad, now he had his name at Applebee's. I don't know if that was a good thing or not. There was a little horseshoe bar and you used to have your name up there if you were a frequent patron. Well, he had his name there. So we're gonna do the same for you. We'll get your name and we'll get it imprinted, here, bradded onto the seat.
We have that at the Elks Lodge, the little brass plates with everyone's name on it.
Yeah. So we'll get you one. All right, Dr. Henriksen. Well, we'll just get it in our memory. So, all right.
Thank y'all for inviting me and having me again.
You bet. Anytime. Well, once again, friends, last opportunity here for more information, samhoustonpost95.org. It is your last opportunity to text in the keyword as we will select a winner for Lone Star Light tickets, and all you have to do is text in that keyword service on the Zero Degree Creations phone and text line 936-339-0139. We'll take one final break. Thanks for hanging out with us on an extended show this morning. It is Good Morning Huntsville, brought to you by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas. Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
This harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
All right, friends, back as we wind down here. Thanks for hanging out with us on the show today. It is Good Morning Huntsville, a little extended show today. We wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity to celebrate all the great guests today. Enjoyed having Aimee on. Boy, she was great. Dr.
Awesome,
Henriksen.
yeah.
I'm telling you, when Doc shows up, it's just Aimee started it with just a lot of joy, and then Doc came in and just lifted it to a whole nother level, man.
Right on it. Yep.
So, Billy, real quick, I know you got things going on. Today is National Raisin Bran Cereal Day. Reminds me of my grandpa.
I won't be participating in that one too much.
What about a Spicy Hermit Cookie Day?
What's a hermit?
What's a spicy hermit?
Well, we need to know what one is before we know about the other.
National Bunt Day. Make sure you get the D in there. National Bunt Day today. Clean Out Your Fridge Day. National Philanthropy Day. And America Recycles Day. I want to see Stone Cold Steve Austin like, recycle these cans. A couple of last things you need to know today. San Antonio, Greg Popovich. Boy, this is tough. He suffered a stroke and is on indefinite leave of absence. The Spurs legendary Hall of Fame head coach. I knew that he had been out, but now they have revealed why. It's because he had a stroke, and that's just very tough news there for the San Antonio Spurs and Greg Popovich, a great coach. Real quick, today's impossible question. If you have this job, you walk about 4.5 miles per day, Billy. Well, you probably do that. You don't realize it, but I bet you do.
I do put some miles on these air yachts, I'll tell you.
The answer to that is a nurse. A nurse typically will walk 4.5 miles a day. Let's head over to 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. We got a winner today.
Oh, yeah?
Lone Star Light tickets. 6-pack.
I didn't know that was an option.
Now it's funny because the randomizer picked this person and they said, I hope I win. I never win anything. And they're not going to answer.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Oh, that's tough, man. Literally.
Maybe that's why you don't ever win nothing.
The randomizer picked it. It says, let's see if I have any luck with this. Hopefully I get picked. Well,
you did.
You did, but you didn't answer, and that's the way it goes. That's in the words of Walter Cronkite. That's the way the cookie crumbles. All right, let's go to another one here. Boy, we've had a ton of text messages come in from this week. And, all right, let's I don't know if this one – who is this? No idea. All right, let's try. You got another minute here, Billy?
Yep, got just about a minute.
3, 5. Okay, yeah. Let's go. Here we go. I didn't hear that little. You have that scanner. People don't answer. We might not be giving away anything today.
The subscriber you are trying to reach
did not win. All right, let's try one more, Billy. Boy, there's a ton of people that have texted in this week. We had almost – well, that's a weird one. Sounds like a European phone.
Yeah, it does.
Hello?
Hey, we finally got somebody to answer. Who is this?
Jamie Graves.
Well, Jamie Graves, you texted in to win some Lone Star Lights tickets. Do you remember doing that?
Yes, I do. Did I win?
You did. And you know what? Two other people, we called them first, but you have to answer to win, and they did not answer. You are live right now on the Good Morning Huntsville show, and Jamie, you have won 2 tickets to Lone Star Lights.
So awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Are you here in Huntsville?
I am in Huntsville.
How long have you lived here?
I've lived here my whole life.
Awesome. Well, do you know about our show, the Good Morning Huntsville show?
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it before. I saw y'all's post in the good, the bad, and the ugly on Facebook.
Well, there you go. Now the good is you got to start watching the show, all right?
I have to what?
You have to start watching the show now. That's the good, okay?
What do I watch it on? Just tell me.
You just watch it on YouTube or Facebook. You just follow Hello Huntsville, and you'll find us, all right?
All righty. Thank you.
All right. Well, hey, real quick question. What do you love most about Huntsville? We always ask our guests this.
I love the history.
All right.
Okay, we'll take that.
Well, I'm here with Billy Cawthon of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. He's also – have you heard of Billy before?
I do not believe I have.
Well, now you know him.
Sorry.
He's a local celebrity type. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, God bless you. We'll text you back in a little bit about how to pick up those tickets, all right?
All righty. Thank you so much again.
You're welcome. God bless you. Have a great day.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye. See, that's the whole point of the show. We did a post on the keyword, too, to get more interaction, and that's one reason. So we've been able to reach a whole new segment of people that didn't even know that the show was going on.
Look out now.
So watch out now. Billy, final thoughts. Hey, we're going to go. I know you may not be able to make it. We want to go support Weldon and Amanda one more time today for the restaurant report. I don't know if, Billy, you're going to be able to make it. I know you got to go because you got a lot of calls coming in. We will be at Tom Fullery's at noon today. We want to go support them. As unfortunate news, Tom Fullery's is closing down. So we said, you know what, let's go over there and eat today. So we're going to go to Tom Fullery's today at lunch and support Weldon and Amanda, as we're so thankful for the business that they brought. And I hate to see that because the theater's closed down right now too. So now I'm starting to say there really isn't much for kids to do here in Huntsville.
It feels like Huntsville 1986 all over again.
Come on, baby. So, all right, well, final thoughts before we go, brother.
Let's pack the stands for the Hornet game. Sting them.
All right, we'll be there. Hey, we love you, Huntsville. Big thanks to Billy, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, as we wrap up every show, reminding you today that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We're really not. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Hey, have a blessed and wonderful weekend. We'll see you back at it Monday. Good morning, and God bless. See you, Billy.
See you.